Bill, have you spoken to Susan? I sent her out ages ago to go and get my food and she's not even back yet. Fuming. Oh, thanks for getting that drink from KFC for me. Thanks for stopping off at Pizza Hut as well to get the pizza. And thanks for going to McDonald's to get the fries separately. Love McDonald's fries. No, you can't have a piece, sorry. No. Come on now, don't be silly. Can you get me a coffee, please? Hello! Oh gosh. Hello! You're watching NNN, or New Nintendo News. This is a weekly gaming show where we keep you up to date, yes, you up to date with the latest Nintendo gaming news. On today's show, Nintendo gave us a lovely Valentine's Day gift last week. February 17th, they announced the Nintendo Direct. Yes, it's been too long. It's been too long. They announced that they will be showcasing titles that are coming out in early 2021. And they also had a heavy segment on Smash Brothers. The House of Mario promised to lay down the pipes for Valentine's Day weekend. How do we rate their performance? Was it any good? Let's dig into what they showed. And we'll also be discussing EA. Yes, EA have just brought another developer. Oh my gosh, at this rate, they're just like Disney, the evil, awful conglomerate. And we'll be quickly running through a few more stories that we don't have quite the time to talk about because Bill's in my ear telling me that I've got to go. So first up, we have the latest character from Fighters Pass 2. Who is it? Pyra! Who is she? I don't know. Bill, do you play Xenoblade? Basically, she's the legendary blade who can grant elemental firepower to the user. In the game, she's forged by the character Rex, who many thought was actually going to appear in the game. I know I did. Nintendo well tricked us on that one, didn't they? I mean, you gotta love Sakurai, man. You've gotta love Sakurai. Yeah, she's another sword fighter. Yeah, we've had enough of those. We've had Roy, Ike, Marth, about bloody 3 links. There's too many, But, to be honest, she looks like she's gonna be pretty decent. Down B, instant transformation. Looks to be as fast as the Pokemon trainer. I like that shooting thing that she does in the air. And the way she transforms into that second character though just blew my head. It blew my head off when I saw it.
You two can swap between each other freely.
With serious firepower and blinding speed. Together, nothing can stand in our way.
Nintendo announced their latest spin-off in the Mario Sports franchise. Nintendo announced their latest Mario spin-off game. Yes, in their sports series. That game coming out on June 25th is Mario Golf Super Rush. Haha! Talking about Super Rush, it looks rushed.
Don't rush, slow touch, brown and white, like a good country.
I mean, have you seen these trees? These trees look mashed. They look dry.
Don't rush.
Camelot are the developers of the Mario Golf series. They've been in charge of it from since the N64 days. I mean, they've done them on the N64, the Game Boy Advance, GameCube, 3DS. They do have nothing to do though with the original Mario Golf. I mean, it's called NES Open Tournament, but we all know this was the original Mario Golf. That game launched way back in 1987, so you know the Mario Golf series has been going for a time. Splatoon 3 also got a surprise announcement. I didn't see that coming. I didn't. A sequel to Splatoon is coming in 2022. I thought Nintendo said we were only going to hear about titles from early 2021 this year. But yeah, Nintendo's shown a short teaser trailer for it. Can't even say that, short teaser trailer. But didn't really go into any detail, didn't go into any depth. I mean, the game looks to be more of the same, to be honest. More multiplayer deathmatch. I thought when they showed this trailer it was going to be a post-apocalyptic kind of game, but no, they just went straight back to the bloody Splatoon tower thing and just started to resume normal deathmatch. Interestingly enough, one of the changes that they do seem to have made in Splatoon is getting rid of gender entirely. Yes, there are no longer Inkling boys or girls, they're just Inklings. Yeah. It looks like people have spotted on the character selection screen there's no him or her pronouns. People have even gone further down the rabbit hole and said that the Splatoon 3 logo is definitely referring to the whole non-binary thing because their colours are the same colour as the non-binary flag. Bill? Yeah, non-binary flag. I don't want to get in trouble for saying the wrong thing, so can you stop me when I use the wrong pronouns? Hopefully they will do something to reinvigorate the franchise in my eyes, but yeah, it's launching next year, 2022. MiiTopia also was announced, an expanded refresh title of the 3DS version which launched way back in 2017. It was a fun game when it came out. Oh God, Susan, is that bloody food that you got me before? And yes, the MiiTopia will be launching on Nintendo Switch on May 21st, yes. The game, however, will come with the 18 certificate. I mean, why is MiiTopia getting an 18 plus rating? What are people like doing to the Miis in the game? What are they making them do? Funnily enough, actually, it's because you can have same-sex marriages in the game. So yeah, Russia are kicking off because there's literally 2 polygons kissing in the game, getting married. It's ridiculous. So yeah, Russia, it's 2021. We don't have time for none of this negativity. This week we also celebrated Zelda's anniversary. Well, I say we celebrated, Nintendo showed us how different. Friday the 19th of February was exactly the day, 35 years to this day, when Zelda was born and created. And how did Nintendo decide to celebrate that momentous occasion in the Nintendo Direct? They announced Zelda Skyward Sword HD. I mean, it's hardly a surprise, we all knew it was coming. Yeah, Nintendo have decided to reconfigure the motion controls and remap the sword onto the right analog stick basically. How it's gonna work, I don't know. A lot of the fun in Zelda Skyward Sword was the whole motion bloody Wii remote. A lot of the fun was playing with the Wii remote, and it genuinely made the combat a lot more challenging because you had to accurately slice the sword depending on what the characters were doing. So sometimes you'd be like but I mean, to be honest, you get tired after 10 minutes, so I kind of welcome that right analog stick. The game will be launching on July 17th. And speaking of Zelda, finally we got the confirmation that more DLC will be coming to Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Oh yes, this game has already sold 3.5 million units, making it the highest selling Muso game of all time. I mean, Dynasty Warriors has been going for since PlayStation 1. Just goes to speak to the power of Zelda! Nintendo announced that they would be releasing wave after wave after wave of DLC for Zelda Hyrule Warriors starting from May the 28th. Yes, May the 28th. And the first thing that we will be receiving, it says here, is a newly added weapon and a costume for Link. Now, if this costume isn't banging, I swear down, I'm gonna go nuts, because I don't know what's wrong with the pre-order goods on this game. When you pre-ordered the game before it came out, they gave you a wooden ladle. And I'm not about this life. I want something that looks extravagant. So I'll tell you what, I need to see what that weapon is before I go and pre-order this expansion pass, because if it's another wooden spoon or a metal ladle, I'm gonna be fuming. And then they have, it looks like in Wave 2, which is coming in June, they have an expanded roster, newly added weapon types, new challenges, and challenging enemies. Wave 3 also looks like they've got new character vignettes. Don't know. Newly added stages, expanded roster, and new battle skills for existing characters. Okay, so Wave 2 sounds a bit exciting. Definitely looking forward to seeing which characters are going to be added into the roster. And definitely, if they've got more moves or more abilities for the characters, yeah, upgrade, baby. Partner, let me upgrade you. And that will be releasing on May 28th for $17.99, yes. Hello, my name is JonaFun and I am a Nintendo counsellor. I've had a lot of calls today from young gamers out there complaining about the lack of Nintendo announcements. Sadly, gamers who were struggling before lockdown are coping even worse now. Many are stuck indoors. They don't have work to escape to. They can't see their friends or family. And for some, they don't even have an internet connection. There has been a huge surge in calls from gamers all over the globe who are struggling to cope during lockdown. worrying about the lack of information from Nintendo. They need feeding. We need feeding. It seems like Nintendo have received a bit of backlash for that Nintendo Direct. To be honest, I was a bit disappointed. It wasn't that I was expecting any big major game announcements, it's just the announcements that we got were just rather tepid. I mean, I wanted a Mario sports game, that was fine. We got a Mario sports game, it just wasn't the one that I wanted. But, you know, they're a popular game in the series. We got a release date for No More Heroes, yay, amazing, but it's coming out August 17th, do you know what I mean? Nintendo, you told us you're talking about stuff in the first half of 2021, so when I seen No More Heroes pop up, I was ecstatic because I thought, yes, it's coming out soon, August, sort it out, Nintendo. Splatoon 3, amazing, great, Nintendo, one of Nintendo's newest IPs, so it's great that Nintendo's supporting it, but we've already had Splatoon 2, that was just more of the same as Splatoon 1. I would much rather Splatoon be a one game per system kind of thing. Unless Splatoon 3 is radically different, I've got no interest in the hype. I can't get hyped for it. Zelda's anniversary, Nintendo decided to give us Skyward Sword HD. We all knew it was coming, that's absolutely fine, but the game's dry. I don't want it, it's not for me. A lot of people out there are excited for this game, but again, meh. Nintendo also announced some gorgeous Zelda Joy-Cons. Oh my days, look at that royal blue, mate. I just think these are absolutely gorgeous. But again, Nintendo disappointed by just releasing Joy-Cons and no console. Come on, if you're gonna do the limited edition thing, go the full distance, Nintendo. So yeah, I mean, it was a good direct. They had great support from Square Enix, a lot of RPGs, some great remasters, third-party support, some first-party Nintendo titles, a Smash reveal, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it. A gift of £10 from you will enable us to answer more calls and pay for plane tickets for gamers to fly over to Nintendo's gates and storm the building and demand the information for themselves. If you would like to help Nintendo gamers all over the world, please just call the number below. Call it. These gamers are thirsty. Okay. Moving on to our next story! So it looks like EA now own every single racing franchise in gaming. Bloody Pantheon. Pardon me, sorry. Susan, those chips. So it now looks like EA own every single racing franchise in gaming. I mean, apart from Forza and Gran Turismo, there's nothing left. There's nothing left that they don't own. Yes, EA. Yes, EA, stop it. Yes, EA. Oh, EA. Yes, EA have purchased, right? Yes, EA have purchased one of Britain's oldest gaming developers, Codemasters. Yes, Codemasters were responsible for Micro Machines, Colin McRae, Rally, Dirt, Grid, Nuftings. I mean, I've been to Micro Machines back in the day, in the 90s. God bless Codemasters. Fun fact, Codemasters also invented the Game Genie. Bill, did you know that? They also did the Brian Lara cricket games, do you remember those? And they also did the amazing, incredible, groundbreaking music games on the PS1. Do you remember that? Oh my god, I thought that was music creation software. This looked like Ableton to me. Fruit Loops. It was so advanced back in the day. Anyway, the whole point of the story is EA have decided to purchase Codemasters for $1.2 million. The scary thing that we're now looking at is EA now owns every single racing franchise going right now. Let's look at that list. They now own the Need for Speed franchise. Burnout. But what's the other one? Real racing. Oh my god, Susan, you've put something in my food, I swear down. Why do I keep production like this? And after the Codemasters acquisition, they now own F1 WRC Dirt and Project Cars. So yeah, the thing that concerns me is that EA are now turning into Disney. They own everything. So if you're a racing game fan, I kind of feel sorry for you in the future, because now EA own all the major franchises. They have no one to compete with. So EA are known for running their game studios into the ground, you get me? Kya, Visceral Studios went over there and they got shut down, you get me? They took the team from Mass Effect. BioWare, to shut them down too, or at least mashed it up. I don't like them. I don't like them. So, to all the racing fans out there, I apologise. Your games are probably going to get a whole lot more. I mean, they're planning to annualise them, so we're going to get a game every year. Do you know what I mean? They're going to rinse it out. But talking about annual franchises from EA, where's Burnout? I'd love a new Burnout. So if you're talking about racing games, give us a Burnout, EA. In fact, can't you try and speak to Nintendo and get Criterion to do a version of F-Zero? Sort that out for us. Get that made. Criterion making F-Zero. Oh my days. And finally, we are just going to give a quick rundown of some stories that we didn't have the time for. But coincidentally, this part always ends up being about films. Maybe it should just be a movie section at the end, Bill? Anyway, going off on our first one, Borderlands The Movie has been announced. Yes, I absolutely love this game. It is absolutely hilarious. And they have an absolutely star-studded cast behind this movie, let me tell ya. They have announced that Kate Blanchett will be appearing in the film. Man like Jack Black will be appearing in the film. And Kevin Hart will be in the film. Oh my god, this film's gonna be hilarious. It's also directed by Eli Roth. Mental. Eli Roth, the director from Hostel. They'll be bringing some horror elements into it. Ah! Probably not. Kate Blanchett will be taking on the role of Lilith, and Kevin Hart will be playing the soldier Ronald. Oh no, oh my god. Moving on to the next video game adaptation. Get over here! Mortal Kombat! Yes, I have been waiting for this film for ages. The cartoon came out sometime last year. The animated film is absolutely brutal. I would recommend anybody watch it if you haven't seen it. And now they have announced the movie. Well, they announced it ages ago, but they've released the trailer. Oh my days, do you know what? I've not even seen the trailer yet. I'm gonna watch it later on, but I'm hearing it looks good. And that film's gonna be launching later on in the year, so I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be launching on HBO Max. It was supposed to be coming out in the cinema, but hey, bloody Corona. And finally, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but oh my god, this name is devastating! There was actually a Legend of Zelda live action TV series planned for Netflix. Yes, this show was going to be a family-friendly style Game of Thrones TV show. And it got cancelled. It got cancelled. They were also working on a STARFOX TV show in the style of Fantastic Mr. Fox, which would have been great.
Hey, Fox. Do a barrel roll.
Yeah, come on, Fox. Do a barrel roll.
Yeah.
Barrel roll? I can do better than that. Check this out.
But it turns out that it got cancelled because someone blabbed off the mouth in it, giving it rah, lavilage, talking about Nintendo's project. And Nintendo just locked off. No more. Gone like that. Fuming. And that's all we have time for this week. We hope you've enjoyed our show today, and we will see you next week. That's all. Ha ha. Is Susan back with my food or what? Was it sent her out ages ago?